Green Bay offense at the line. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over.
Well, he's free going down the left side. Last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. Open man, Higby, the tight end. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Now this time he'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Welcome to it, everybody. This is Daily Advance Madden, and that was Starboy picking up your Week 1 highlight of the night. 32 guys working their tails off to bring you the very best highlights day in and day out. Let's get straight to it. It's Week 2. Starting things off in Detroit, where Joey is feeling really good about things, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are coming off a huge win themselves when throwing to the right side of the field, and that is a big interception for Joey. He was loving it. You should have heard those guys on the mic back and forth. All respect, all love, but they fight. Both working hard to turn that frown upside down. Could JJ find a way to turn the tide in this one? Well, it's Najee Harris finding the gap, and when he finds the gap with a little bit of space, guess what? They both have L2 and R2 buttons.
Yeah, feels good, don't it, Joey? Yeah, feels good.
65.
Joey, being the competitor that he is, able to get it back to within a one-score game. Going onside, the ball is loose. But that's as close as they would come in this one. What a great game in this one. JJ with 407 yards of offense, 41-34. A tight one in Detroit, a good time had by all. Off to Philadelphia we go in the East Coast. And just northeastern, just getting pounded by a torrential downpour. Jalen Hurts rolling to his right, throws over the middle. That's going to be a big touchdown for the Eagles at that point. Port City Baller still fighting. 30 seconds left in the game. Down a couple of touchdowns. Gorgeous corner route, but again, that's as close as they would come despite having 345 yards. Turnovers the difference in this one. The Eagles secondary getting after it. King Cube into Miami, where it's also pouring rain, taking on King J-Lou in this one. Now here we've got a man in motion. It's going to be Mike Skaggs with tremendous throw power. He can launch it deep, but here on the short route, 33 with the sleeves, cribbing it. I mean, they're not white sleeves, but I get it. You know, it looks good on that uniform. He's allowed to do that. So here we have the Raiders looking for a little toss, cuts it back inside. That would tie the ball game up at 24. What a great run by King Cube. Now here, looking to come back and finish off the drive. The Dolphins able to score on basically the final play of the game. That would seal a victory for him. Great game in Miami today. King J-Lou taking this one on the strength of 3 turnovers by that Miami defense. Scythe and the Bengals taking on Miller in Cincinnati. 49ers going to work, and George Kittle up the sideline on a great block by the wide receiver out there. Now, we're going to fast forward late in this ball game. It's going to be tight. It's 28-21 for Scythe. Of course, Miller needing to score. Final drive of the game. Here we have it. Miller calling out the plays, making sure he sets it up just right. Throws to his guy, but it's going to be Jesse Bates sealing the deal. This pick six would do it in Cincinnati. Phenomenal ball game down to the wire. Could have gone either way, but it's Scythe and the Bengals basically with that 14-point swing at the end of the game with the pick six. 4-1-2 in his Jags with a 21-10 lead on top of Matt Cole and his Ravens. Could be Tim Wagner rolling to the right with that 83 speed. Again, as coined, it was reasonably mobile. 11 down from Pete Fry, and what a great job up the sideline by the Ravens. Now with the lead, 24-21, needing to make a play, dishes to the fullback and what? Makes the man miss, and that's gonna put the Jags back in front. Coming down to this, the Jags would be down 7 late in the ball game, needing to make a play under pressure, puts it up, and that's gonna seal it. The Ravens secondary equal to the task yet again. Make the final 38-31 in a great ball game in Baltimore. The competitive balance around the league just phenomenal every day. Mic drops and his Washington football team hosting Snap, Crackle, and the LA Rams when Tyree Jackson go and play action over the top, and they would take the top off the defense in this one, getting the lead. And I don't know what it is about that Twitch stream. Tried everything, but it stayed a little pixely. Put Gibson in motion, did mic drops. Now up the corner, finds him. That's a great job, usually doing it on the ground. That time it was through the air, but at the end of the day, Snap, Crackle, and the LA Rams picking up the win in Washington. Ryan hosting, next in his Giants here in Seattle. It's going to be Russell Wilson handing off to Zamir White, and as usual, makes no mistakes off to the races. That's a good start for the Seattle Seahawks, and looking to reply later on. Next he's going to have a stretch alert look. He goes back door, finds his guy, and that would be a touchdown, but that's as close as they would come on this day. Well, I guess they got even closer, but it would stay 28-20. Seattle able to hang on for the victory in New York. Tommy Two Beers hosting the Minnesota Vikings, and Hawkins doing jobs up the left-hand side. That would get them the 7-0 lead. And fast forward, it's going to be 14-7 Vikings. Let's listen in.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, get on my way now! Oh, piss.
This is just what you do when you live in Winnipeg. You make big plays and you laugh like the Joker. I don't know. Great time with Tommy. The Vikings able to hang on for a 35-21 victory. Jordan Love 1-0 in purple. Picking things up 30-8 for the Panthers at this point when Timmy working underneath with a gorgeous user lurk, taking on Unstoppable and the Titans. Big lead, and he'd hang on to it for the victory. A great day in Carolina. Now 37-23 the final. Nothing to report from Unstoppable. His share button has been broken for quite a while. A little bit disappointing. Always count on these guys for phenomenal highlights. It's going to be Deezy and the Falcons taking on Green Bay and Grand Marquis, and gorgeous dot over the middle there. Minshew hooking up with Agnew. That'll get them the lead at that point in this tight ball game at Lambeau. Now here, it's going to be Baker Mayfield rolling to his right, looking down the field, and what? Making 3 guys miss. Just a great job up the middle by Moore. He's going to score to get the lead, and it's 19-14. Unable to get the 2-point conversion. Needing a stop were the Packers. Well, really more so needing a score was the Falcons, but that would do it from Green Bay. Big win for Grand Marquis. When you look at this one, again, turnovers the difference. That secondary of Green Bay going to work, getting the ball back 3 times for Baker Mayfield and the offense. Saints with a phenomenal clip in week 1. Nothing to report here. This is a Bears clip. Big pick by the Bears. They're going to crib it. That would definitely separate them at that point with a huge lead. New Orleans would fight back a little bit. King X21 making it a little tighter, but it's going to be monsters, and the Bears taking this one 31-19 in Chicago. Something happened with the screen record, and it never got the other play from the Chiefs, but really what you need is this one. It was either a gorgeous user lurk or the computer stole Connor's interception. I mean, both of them were in the area, but it was a great read by Connor. And as you saw, that was a tight ball game, and it's basically a 14-point swing there. It was anybody's ball game till the end, and Connor's big interception. The difference in this one. Big win for Kansas City in Denver. Now, let's take a look at some of the scores from around the league. There was one game that was unplayed, and that was Starboy visiting Zona in Los Angeles. Would have loved to seen what would have happened in that one, but in the fair sim, it was the Jets taking the win. Meanwhile, in Houston, it was an OG Brandon back into the league as the Texans getting the win over the Colts again in Houston. Over in Pittsburgh, it was CJ Reigns and the Browns picking up a big W. CJ, you gotta get that share button going once again. It was on fire at one point. And in Buffalo, JJ Bands and his Bills over New England. With so many teams coming up with huge performances around the league, let's look at some of the individual top performers in our Players of the Week. JJ and the Bucks picking up NFC Offensive Player of the Week. It was Najee Harris with 153 rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown on the day. And NFC Defensive Player of the Week going to King X21 and his New Orleans Saints. 5 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 2 touchdowns for the cornerback Ballentine, who was balling on this day. In the AFC, Tim Wagner of the Baltimore Ravens having a big day, 16-22 for 293 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and 2 rushing touchdowns on the day as well. Now AFC Defensive Player of the Week, Hayward Jr., the free safety from Miami, 13 tackles and an interception for King J. Lou and his Dolphins, who had a huge win today. Last second touchdown to seal it. Great game in Miami. It's that time. We have plays from the Jags, the Chiefs, and the Packers. Let's head to our nominees for Highlight of the Night.
On here, it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Here's some of this play.
And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's into the clear. The 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now this time he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown!
3 great plays to choose from. Make sure to leave your vote in the comments section below. For our question of the day, anybody in a Madden connected franchise, what are your feelings on play cooling and play call limits? Leave your answer in a separate comment below. That wraps it up for week 2. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like. And if you have friends that you think would enjoy this brand of content, please do share on your socials. With that, for everybody at Daily Advance Madden, I'm KMac33. Thank you so much for joining us for the ride that was week 2, and I'll see you tomorrow with week 3.